Disney princesses and why they suck. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, maybe. This is your video, so hey.
What's up? I'm Chai.
I'm Kyle.
And this is more of a ranting video than anything else. Listen,
I'm here for the ride.
Yeah. I appreciate what Disney princesses are as a whole. Apparently, Ariel saved Disney. I thought Cinderella saved Disney, but apparently Ariel saved Disney.
Ariel did it because it was the Renaissance. That was the movie that started the Renaissance.
But I guess she wasn't as popular because they don't really got much for Ariel at Disney. The castle and everything is Cinderella.
True.
So, I mean...
Cinderella was from 1950. This was well before their Renaissance. So.
But I don't know. Maybe she brought the popularity to him. I don't know. Because, I mean, you get Cinderella's castle. Where did we get Ariel? One little under the sea trip? Ride? Maybe.
I don't know, because a lot of that popularity went to Pirates of the Caribbean there for a while.
Yeah, so, Ariel saved them, apparently, but she didn't get all the credibility she needed. Maybe it's because she gave her voice up for a man. That could be that. I'm just saying. She was, 16 years old or something?
Yeah, 16.
Eric is, 20s in his 30s, if you really look at their ages?
I don't know how old he officially
I'm not going to go into all the facts. Just know that all the Disney princesses, majority of them, were underage, and their princes were over the age of, they were not teenagers. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. They were in their 20s and 30s. I'm pretty sure the Beast was well the hell over his age, because just because he got turned into a monster didn't stop you from aging, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure how old he was, actually. Oh, they never said.
No, but I mean, when he changed back from being a beast and was supposed to be, I guess, a handsome man, they were realistic in his features. Okay, because they were realistic in his features. I'm gonna say that.
Like the best.
He was older. Okay, he was just older. That's okay. They were realistic. But let's start with Ariel. With Little Mermaid. I like the name Ariel. I do. We went to school to go name Ariel. But
yes, we did.
Here's the thing about Ariel. And as a kid growing up, I was always wondering why the villains were villains. Even as a kid,
those are the best damn part.
I was always like, what is your backstory? Tell me, why is it that you're the way you are? Ursula was a businesswoman. Was she crooked? Possibly a little bit, but she was a businesswoman nonetheless. But you knew what you were getting into when you went to her, okay? She's like loan sharks. You know about them, but you stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Ariel knew what she was getting herself into. And just because I'm so sorry that my dad won't let me marry this 20-something-year-old and I'm 16. Granted, I guess back in that time, it's normal.
Probably, yeah. I think that was actually fairly culturally normal at the time.
Yeah, but still, it's, I'm going to not only give up my voice and get some legs and nearly drown because I'm in the deepest part of the ocean and I have to have a fish and a crab help me swim to the surface before I die of lack of oxygen.
Yeah, lungs were a new concept there.
Yeah, and then, again, she should have passed out by then because she don't know nothing about holding her breath.
True.
So, potholes. Anywho.
We need them sometimes.
Well, because here's another reason why is... And I'm sorry if I'm crapping on anyone who... I love the Little Mermaid. I'm not saying she's bad.
You just don't like her. That's all.
Little Mermaid 2, we don't talk about because that was just stupid. Like, you just disregarded everything. I don't want my daughter to know that I was a mermaid. What do you mean you don't want her to know you were a mermaid? So she doesn't know about her grandpa who's a fish? Or your sisters that are also fish?
Here's a fun fact.
What about Flounder?
Tara Strong voiced Melody in that movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Little sidebar.
Yeah, there you go.
But still,
I will have those facts, sorry.
That's the only good thing about it. Everything else, the movie sucked. I'm sorry if anyone liked. So, Little Mermaid 2 doesn't need to exist. We don't talk about her. Okay, that's all.
Well, the prequel wasn't great either, and neither was the little series that they had, because they had a little a series that ran for something like 50 episodes, I think.
Yeah, but
it was fine.
Yeah, but back to the reason why Ariel's on my hit list. Okay, she gave up her voice for a dude, and then of course they explained it, I guess, a little bit more in the live action with the whole Ursula messing with her memory, so she doesn't remember why she needs him to fall in love with her. Gambit, but she could write. Okay, was she writing in English for the viewers' understanding? So, but technically she had like a fish language. And I'm saying all that to say this. She could still write. She might not know what a fork was, and she thought a fork was for her hair, but a quill is still a quill on land and in the sea. You know how to use it.
She signed a contract, so.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. She knew how to write. She could have wrote in the sand. She could have did something else. But instead, She does absolutely nothing. And then, you got Sebastian and trying their absolute best to help her. But it's like, I didn't understand in the cartoon. So I'm like, why don't you just write and tell him who you are?
I never thought about it. I never gave it a single thought in that. But
Yeah, I was like, why don't you just write and tell him who you are? Even when the live action happened and they explained, you lose her memory of knowing that was her purpose, to get him to kiss her, and to get her voice and stuff back. But before they did that, to do the explanation, my whole thing was like, you know how to write the human language. You know how to write. Why can't you just tell me who you are? We're over here playing charades with your name. Like, come on. And then, of course, in the end, he falls in love. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He was enchanted. She enchanted her voice like a siren. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt, because how do you get a redhead mixed up with a brunette, a black hair?
A brunette, I think.
A brunette?
I think.
It was more like black, but,
I don't remember.
But
semantics.
You get those two colors. I know you got wonks in your head or whatever, but you saw a blurry image of somebody in front of you. You're trying to tell me you couldn't tell the color of her hair? Like,
yeah, if you take your glasses off, you can still recognize color.
And then your dog right away recognized who she was, and he did not care for Ursula's character at all. So right then and there, you should have known something was up. It's like when you have a dog and they're refusing to go into a room. How about you don't go into that room? Because clearly they see something you don't. But that's one of the reasons why Ariel's on my hit list, is because, girl, you gave up your voice for a guy.
And Ariel has ghosts.
What?
Nothing. It was a bad joke.
I didn't get it.
The whole thing, dogs don't always go into certain rooms because something's scaring them.
Oh.
When the dogs see ghosts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I was going with.
I was going so far off the beaten path on that one, but hey, I got to throw something in here.
You gave more details of something that I alluded to. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's why it flew over my head.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why I don't like Ariel. She's on my hit list of characters. And Prince Eric, again, they explained it more. He was hypnotized, whatever, because I was like, how are you just going to do a switch up like that? Because you're so hung up on someone's voice, and then you're clearly falling in love with this mute chick over here who's using a fork for a comb in her hair. And then all of a sudden, the minute you hear this voice, you just disregard her. But again, they explained it in a live action. And plus, you can kind of tell in the cartoon, he was enchanted. But still, Ariel, you dumb. You gave up your voice for a man. Which, if you listen to Ursula's song, she's literally telling you, shut up and they'll like you. Don't say nothing, they'll like you. Use your body.
Yeah, well.
Did that go with anybody else's head as a kid?
That didn't age well on that part.
Yeah. Body language. Yeah, just use your body and he'll like you. You don't need your voice. Shut up.
Yeah, that didn't age
well. That's pretty much what the song is.
Ursula's an amazing character.
I love Ursula.
Ursula's
and
fantastic.
honestly, I like her song. I'm just saying, like, that's basically what she was saying. It's like, you don't need your voice. You just need your body. And that's all you need. And she was like, okay, bet. Sign my life away. Literally. Sign my life away. Moving on from Ariel. Now, I love the name. I've always loved the name. The name is Aurora. I love the name. The character is freaking useless. She's useless. Now, granted, you can go back to, she's a teenager. She's young. And she didn't know no better. Yeah, because you kept her in the woods, ignorant and confused. My take with her and her prince, which his name is Philip, apparently. You met him.
No idea.
You met him 24 hours before your birthday, and y'all were supposed to meet up the next day. Then you find out that you're actually the prince, the king's daughter, and you're so upset that the fairies kept this from you that you hijack a horse, you go back to the kingdom thinking he's going to be happy to see you. Ma'am, he got rid of you as a baby, and he has not visited you not once. What made you think he was going to be happy to see you on your birthday when the fairies was telling you got to wait till after your birthday? It's not like we were holding you hostage, girl. We'll take you back after your birthday, and then you can have this big old family reunion, right? But no, you decided to go the day before your birthday, or the day of your birthday, right? And guess what? You found the one spindle that still mysteriously, magically, was still in the kingdom. Now, again, Maleficent is another one of those characters that...
She was cursed by Maleficent and hypnotized in that one, though. It wasn't a decision on her part.
Yeah, but she was cursed in the live action, too.
Yeah.
That was a curse that was put on her when she was an infant. So okay.
She had no mental control over that one.
But that's why they kept her away from the kingdom.
Yeah.
That's why that was the whole point. Keep her far, far away from the kingdom, because as a baby she was already cursed. Because all the fairies was give you instant beauty and give you this and give you that, and then Maleficent came in and was like, you know what, we're gonna do this. When you get to this age, you're gonna prick your finger and you're gonna go into a sleep like death, where you'll never wake up and everyone you love is dead. Now it says sleep like that. So the girl wasn't really dead. She was asleep.
In the animated one, she actually just straight did and died.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I love Maleficent.
She did say you're going to die. And the other fairy said, no, we're going to go into sleep like death. You're not dead. We just gonna put to sleep.
Yeah.
She was trying to kill the girl.
I love Maleficent. Such a fantastic villain. We need more villains like that, please. We need more villains whose very exact reason for doing anything is just because they fucking felt like it. Like Maleficent's reason for doing it was because she did not get invited to the party celebrating her birth.
Which is back then. She was Maleficent is technically royalty of the Fays. So you invited everybody else. You invited her. That's already slapped in the face. But then the live action kind of explains why she was so bitter to him because he did her wrong. Which again, it goes
I don't
back.
care for those movies.
It goes back. Shut up and go to hell. He goes back. He goes back, and when I first was watching Sleeping Beauty, the art style is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely
Animation.
Gorgeous. I wish they'd do it again.
Yeah, like I don't know if they'd probably get that same spark, but
They wouldn't. There's no way.
even watching it, then I was like, okay, I get you. You're cursing this innocent child, but why? There's a reason why she's the way she is. Can you give us that story? And it took me years, and we finally did. I finally got my reasoning for it because at that time, you could put it to she's royalty, she's queen of the Fae, technically the protector of the Fae people, and you invited everyone but her because she's evil. Okay, but you just invited these 3 little fairies over here who's nothing but a bunch of bootlickers. You invite these little suckers over here, which are traitors. And if Maleficent was really on demon time, she could have just annexed them little suckers, but she didn't. She didn't. She just go like, oh, y'all are here. You little kiss asses, you're here. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, when you see the live action, you see the reason behind it. And it was like, oh, she was justified in her, well, she was justified in the cartoon too, but she was justified in her hatred towards him. And I love that they did this in Maleficent because with the true love's first kiss, again, going back to Sleeping Beauty, you met this boy 24 hours. Granted, yes, you were already destined technically to marry him because he met her as a baby.
Yeah.
But again, years have passed and he don't remember that, right? So
it's been 16 years. How can he be expected to remember something from when he was 5?
And you never really,
maybe 3.
You never got to link up anymore throughout the time to really get to know each other. Kind of like the Swan Princess. They at least saw each other throughout the years.
Yeah.
So you have that aspect of it. And then true love's first kiss. And he kisses you after how many years passed? Because
16.
After 16 more years passed when she fell asleep.
Oh, no. I don't know how long. In the movie, there was not really much of a significant time frame. That was
because she got it right then. She woke her up. She broke it right. Part 2 explained that the curse never really was lifted. Now,
in the books, I think that almost 100 years passed.
Yeah, so I wanted to say 100, but I don't know for a fact. But a long time passed, and for some reason, she never aged. And the prince never aged either. Yeah, the prince did.
Fairy tale worlds. What do you know?
I think the fairies did something. The fairies.
Probably.
I think the fairies had done something. It's been a long time since I've seen Sleeping Beauty, but I think the fairies like froze everything. Like they did
the fairies
something.
Put the entire kingdom
to sleep.
Yeah,
mode. So whenever she woke up, they would wake up too. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So
everything was just going to stop time wise until that happened.
Yeah, until she woke up that way.
It was still going to rely on him surviving long enough.
That's true, because then he had to go through Maleficent. But it goes back to that though. You just met this boy. 24 hours. You run out back to the kingdom, thinking your dad's gonna be happy to see you. He goes lock her ass up, and at least until the next day. And then he kisses you and wakes you up. That's not love. That's lust. You just met him. Which they answer that question in Maleficent, which I appreciated. True love's first kiss. And then the boy, so Maleficent kidnaps the boy and says, you better kiss her. Kiss her now. He kisses her and nothing happens. Why? Because they just met.
Yeah.
And so the love of Maleficent, which is basically her mother figure, is what woke her up.
Yeah.
True love's kiss. That made much more sense to me because as somebody that she had a bond with, it'd have been better if one of the fairies gave her a kiss.
Okay, yeah, I did like that part of the Maleficent movies, but I just want to say this. I am a person who does not think that everything needs a backstory. Sometimes leaving things vague and leaving things unanswered and having those unanswered questions can be so much more interesting. The fact that Maleficent, wow. The fact that Maleficent, as a character, she was just evil incarnate in the animated movie.
She was still slighted in the animated.
Oh, I know she was still slighted, but the background reason was the most petty reason on a technicality.
Because she didn't get invited.
Yeah. And that's all you needed to know. That was enough of a reason for her to say, you know what? Your baby's cursed because you didn't invite me to this coronation, whatever thing.
And you invited everybody else.
And you invited everybody but me. I'm pissed right now.
Yeah, but why did
and
you?
I'm gonna just be a little petty bitch right now.
Yeah, but why did you invite? If you had a thing against FaZe, and that's the reason why you didn't invite me. Why did you invite Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Dumber? Like, why did you invite these three? What is it, Pink? No, don't get me wrong. I do like the fairies.
Why did you invite Plump, Plump, and Plumper?
Well, they're so cute though. I do like the fairies.
I like the little green one. She's my favorite.
I feel like I'm shitting on them, but I do like the fairies.
I like the green one. She was my favorite. She was such a sweetie.
I like you. Whether it was purple, blue, and pink. No, not purple.
No, it's pink, blue, and green. Pink,
blue, and green. Yeah, the pink, blue, and green fairies. Why did you invite them? But you didn't invite me. So that's the thing, though.
I didn't like how they portrayed them as so bumbling in the Maleficent movie. So I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that was really annoying how they were portrayed.
Bumbling? They were kind of bumbling as anime characters.
Yeah, but it's so much more endearing when they're animated than when it's live action. Because when it's live action, it just goes from being adorably bumbling to just annoyingly irritating. And they were annoyingly irritating.
I couldn't get over the fact that one of the fairies was the chick from Harry Potter.
What?
One of the fairies was the chick from Harry Potter, wasn't she?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Which chick are we talking about? Because that doesn't narrow it down to none.
The pink chick on Harry Potter. The teacher that everyone fucking hated.
Really? That was her?
I mean, let me double check.
I didn't know this. I mean, because if that's true, I did not know this. And she's a fantastic actor because she made everybody hate her with that role.
Oh, yeah, she was great. If you can hate somebody, then you did your character right.
Yes, you did. Unfortunately, that can also backfire on so many levels when it comes to the point to where people can't seem to discern between character and real life person. And here's the crazy thing.
That can mess you up.
Here's the crazy thing. The nicest people in the world can play some of the best villains because it's so opposite their normal personality, and they get to go all out and have fun.
Yeah, the pink one. That's her. The chick on the
wow, I didn't notice that. Well, that's so much CGI though. That's why.
Yeah.
So much CGI.
Yeah, that's her. So I already kind of had a feeling. I'm like, I know you're playing this character, but I don't like you because I still can't stand you from Harry Potter. But she's a great character. But the point of the fact is, there are just so many things that could have gone better. And I call Sleeping Beauty a useless princess because what did you actually do? Nothing but fall asleep and stress everybody out through the entire freaking movie. You just stressed people out and you fell asleep at the end and then you woke up like, oh, my prince that you just freaking met. But Maleficent saved Sleeping Beauty for me because it gave me what I needed. Some stuff does need a backstory, but I needed to know what was her struggle, what was her issue. I know you were petty, but there had to be more to it. And it gave me what I wanted.
Yeah.
But
I did like that part. I like the air of mystery behind not knowing everything. I am one of those people that would prefer at times to not have a backstory on everything because to me, leaving unanswered questions can be the most fun thing. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't understand today.
I don't like unanswered questions. Answer my damn questions, depending on what you're doing. Now, if you're just evil to be evil, then okay, cool.
That's what I want. I want a villain to be evil, like Adam in Hazbin Hotel. Evil to be evil.
Who? Adam? Adam is, I'm okay with just being evil to be evil's sake. But for stuff like this, you needed to tell me. And I'm so glad I got that with Maleficent. It saved the story for me. Like I said, I like the character's name. I like the art style. But she, to me, is a useless princess. I'm sorry if anyone likes Aurora.
I love the movie.
I know. There's nothing wrong with the movie. It's just the princess could have been better. And